What is going on, people? It is Chaser. It has been, ages since I properly started uploading on this channel again, but, hey, I'm gonna start something completely new. So today, I am gonna be doing something that I actually haven't. Well, I have tried plenty of times, haven't actually gone through a whole lot of levels with it, but, I don't think I've ever actually gone past level 100 without buying GM. Um, so this is it. This is a non-GM to Glory account. Um, I've had so much experience in this game. I've got an account that's level 415. I've I reached level 220 twice effectively with two accounts. But all that required GM. Eventually, I suck it up and bought GM. And GM's nice, but honestly, to do um, to do things with non-GM isn't as big of a challenge as it used to be. The game is now very, very open. So to sort of you know, newer players coming in, and it relies less on you having to spend money on it, which I do like now. It's changed for the better. Um, and essentially, what I want to do is do something really fun. I love the early game of this game. I love playing it. I love sort of exploring it, doing different kinds of builds. The Easter event is going on at the moment, so that's going to help quite a bit. Um, Gonna find all sorts of stuff. I suppose because the Easter event is going on, it's gonna sort of be a bit different where, I'm getting a lot more experience than I should be, but I think you know, it's gonna be fine. I mean, you'll have events that you won't, it's sort of like, I guess compulsory to sort of join in with those events if you're playing because they give you the boosts. You can't exactly opt out of those. So I don't think it makes a whole lot of difference really. Um, so I've made my account. I've named it non-GM to glory. I am just gonna name my character Chaser. The profession. Oh, you can't see pop-ups on here actually, but I actually do have a little list of potential professions I could go with. Um, Now, I'm not going to make this an Iron Man or a hardcore Iron Man. Um, as much as hardcore Iron Man is really cool, um, the hardcore Iron Man event had ended. I did not participate in that event. I did last year, and that event was really difficult. But things have been very, very sort of different for now. And I suppose the best thing I can try is I think I remember going with musician and I really liked it. Um, that gives me a 20% EXP bonus, which I do like. People really like athlete as well. That plus 15% movement speed does make a difference. I've never tried athlete. That is something I've never tried. I have made so many accounts with this game, and I have tried to an extent most professions. Um, I haven't actually tried service professions before for a while. I don't know whether or not they're worth it nowadays. Engineer definitely is the best of the three, um, and is most sought after. But I just don't know because people are very generous with how their sort of like engineer professions are, and they just put their prices really, really sort of cheap because they know it's not probably something that they can get like an earning off of. So they're just going to go ahead and straight up just make them cheap. Nothing wrong with that. Doctor is okay. okay. Starts with adrenaline. I don't really care. Chef, you know, definitely is the least used, but it's still. Actually, no, I'd say Doctor probably is the least used because you actually. Yeah, yeah. Having food cooked is actually pretty good now. Uh, Scientists and farmers are alright. You know, farmer is, you know, meh. Craftsman and weaponsmith probably is just as meh. Just you get junk every day that you know you log in. It's essentially just going to be something that you go ahead and scrap. I think I tried landscaper out once, or lumberjack. I think it was a lumberjack, wasn't it? Yeah, it was lumberjack because the reduced incoming damage and the chainsaw weapon damage is really good. I don't know. Maybe it's not a question of, you know, getting the high levels, so it probably might not be worthwhile going with something like priest or teacher, or maybe even musician. Musician's really good. I do like musician. Um, Scavenger looks fine, not like something that I would probably invest into. I could try athlete out. I don't think I've ever tried athlete. I just never had an interest in doing that. Um, an extra 15% run speed is really nice. Um, Fireman boxer. Boxer's something I used to roll with back in the old days of DF. Boxer's really cool. They've changed it quite a bit now, but it's still really good. I think a lot of these are really good. It's just I don't like some of them, like maybe the investigator's a bit, you know, strange. Uh, hmm. Survivalist, machinist, shotgun, soldier. Yeah, the EXP penalty still stands. It's not worth it really. I could do athlete, or I could do something that increases my strength. So not strength, but weapon damage. But what weapon would it be? That's the thing. Um, I'm not too sure. I've tried all sorts of weapons out. Explosives are kind of pretty cool now because you can get flamethrowers. Um, Grenada would be the one for that. You get 30 plus explosive damage. But there's also others like shotguns aren't bad. I think machine guns are viable now. Um, but you know what? I'm gonna go with athlete. I'm gonna go with athlete. I'm not gonna go straight up. I'm just gonna work on my mastery. I'm gonna use tan. I will use face. Which one looks really goofy? I want to know. Goofy face. That one looks a bit out of. Ooh. Some look like way too small and have hardly any amount of detail in it. That probably is the goofiest face, probably. um, let's try. Let's try face. Oh god, I'm sitting here looking at faces, and I just don't know which ones to pick. Uh, Face 9. Face 9 looks alright. I have, in real life, long hair. Fun fact. Brown hair. And I rock a rough goatee. Or just a goatee, really. Yeah. Rough goatee or goatee? Hmm. Rough goatee or goatee? Okay, I'm just gonna go with rough goatee and stick with that. Ooh, that is my authentication code, so I'm gonna sort that out. Okay, that's been done now. I've got my email verified, so we can go straight in. So first thing I do, always put the cash away because I don't need it yet. I have a little look at these, but they're all just, you know, stuff that I've read before thousands of times. Vendors now, they don't give you the, well, they give me a 7 days gold membership ticket because well, this is the thing, isn't it? It's the Easter event. Green sports armor. None of these are really worthwhile buying, unless it's like got some really good mastercrafted stats. The baseball bat's not too bad. I mean, 8 accuracy, 4 reloading, 6 critical hit. That is above average. That is good. Hmm. As well as the whole thing, got the yard. The .32 handgun bullets, of course, which you get with the Beta Tomcat, all yada yada yada, boring stuff. We've gone through this so many times. Okay then, well, I'm gonna have a little play around in the inner city, and I'll see you in a bit. Okay, we are in. Now, I'm gonna go straight up and let you know I'm not gonna be using the boss map or anything. I'm literally just gonna go ahead and look around, see what I can find, and just, you know, see what I can do. There's all sorts of places around here. This map is really, really big, but yeah, they've changed the way I look at the map now, which is a bit more convenient and less restrictive than it used to be. Maybe we can find another weapon here. Nope, it is literally just that. So, of course, with the athlete, I get 20% speed boost, which is 15 on top of 5, which I do get from just not having any armor equipped. I might have armor equipped, I'm not sure, I haven't actually figured that out yet. So, I've got weapon, armor, cash, ammo bonuses, miscellaneous loot, chance, search speed, loot spots, some experience gain, 310, which is an incredible amount of experience gain. Which is going to make leveling up much easier. Certainly could do with a better weapon right now. I think I could do with... I'd like to try out a rifle. Again, weapon proficiencies are much different now. They are simply going to be just straight up... they're going to be straight up like... you can't actually... You don't need the skill level to use the weapon anymore. You just have to be sort of like the required level to use it, and then well, general level, not like weapon level, weapon proficiency level, and then you can use it. But anything below 120 you can essentially use. It just gives you a massive debuff. So fire poker there, that's our first weapon we get. Not really interesting. Maybe we can be, maybe we're lucky and we can find a little Easter egg that would make our experience in the Nastia's holdout, or Nastaya's holdout, or however you say the woman's name. I'm essentially going to pick everything up here. At least it's worth like good scrap, and I can just go ahead and go back to the outpost and accept my first mission. Because for whatever reason, when you start your account and you go into the outpost, you don't get your first mission until you come out and then come back into the outpost, which is a bit strange, but it is what it is. So I'm going to keep looking around here, and hopefully we can find some something nice. I'll let you know when that happens. Alright guys, that's our first weapon, a Highlander. That's a pretty decent weapon to get. I mean, that's not too bad. I'm pretty sure the Highlander takes 16 gauge shells, but yeah, I think it does. That I don't know if 16 gauge sells as it used to, because the claw shot, you can convert that to use 10 gauge now, can't you? So I don't think 16 gauge is that expensive. Um, it should be incredibly cheap. It used to be like one of the cheapest ammos that you can find in Dead Frontier, but of course, before the claw shot, um, it was that way, and then afterward, it sold for 10k or something, which is a little bit which is like way too overpriced. But it might have changed now. I haven't actually checked out the market. I'm out of rhythm with a lot of things that are going on because I actually have not played Dead Frontier in nearly a year. So I'm going to go ahead, go back to the outpost, and I'll let you know what I'm going to do. Alright, we have our first 4 levels. I'm sure quite a lot of that experience came from the boost. I don't think I finished a challenge. I'd be very surprised if I did, because I was only out there for a few minutes. I think the first thing I'm going to do, obviously, is put some points into agility. I have 70 agility with a boost as well. It makes me run really, really quickly, for this level at least. And for the weapon proficiency, I'm not exactly sure. I definitely don't want to spread my stats still. I think that's a little bit, crazy to do that. In terms of stats, I think explosives is a bit too cheesy, although it does give you a lot of experience. Um, Machine guns, alright. Shotgun is pretty cool. I'm not exactly too sure. I think I'm going to go with pistols, actually. I might do that. I might just go with pistol, get myself a really nice pistol, and then do whole sorts of... Actually, rifle? I could do rifle instead. I feel like doing rifles. I'm gonna do rifles. Yeah, I'm gonna do rifles. Okay, that's my decision. And we got the first mission of our playthrough. The sickness. So essentially, we just gotta go and get some antibiotics from some trucks. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Anything I finished here? No, it's just a bunch of regular sort of junk that I get. I should be able to get the oh yes, I can get the runner implant now. There we go. That's our first implant. We should be able to... Oh. Okay, I didn't know that... Okay, I did not know that the... I did not know that the game just gives you it for free. Okay. Sure. I mean... okay, I may as well just go to the yard and just scrap that then. There's no point getting it out again. Now we got the fire poker. We got 2 of them actually. We also got a pen knife. They've changed a lot of stats here, whereas they used to have sort of like generic stats, but they've got like sort of numerical stats, which are slightly different. Highlander is a level 10 shotgun now. I think it used to be level 20. And it does require 16 gauge shells. I am going to scrap a lot of stuff that I don't need. I think that is worth something. Actually, it does give a price because I've got scripts on. Best price to stack 1,000. No, I'm just gonna scrap it. Should I get rid of that? Probably not. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna get rid of that. Should I get rid of that? I don't know. I can't decide. Let's go with getting rid of the fire poker. And I think the Beta Tomcat is actually unique that it's non-transferable. So I'm going to go ahead and just put that into my collection book. That's what I do with accounts. I just put this into the collection book. and just put it there. There we go. It's in the collection book because it's unique in a way that it's non-transferable. I think it does less damage, so it's a unique weapon. Maybe people don't know that, but I do. Anyways, I'm gonna put the shotgun on. I'm going to enhance this penknife. Watch me godcraft it on the first try. Not bad, not bad. 764. That is a good set of stats. Just a bit of organization there. Okay, beer is very expensive. Okay. I know, actually, I know why it's expensive, because there's challenges that have you drink beer. I'm not going to be cheesy and sell it for 17k. I'm going to sell it for 5k. Some guy who's lucky can have it for 5k. I'm not that greedy. I'm hoping that 16 gauge is... yeah, it's bad. Yeah, 10k. That's exactly what I predicted it was. 10k. Oh, jeez. Oh dear. Looks like we're gonna have to find another way around getting ammo for that. We'll have to just loot it. I'm gonna take another trip here. Actually, you know what? There we go. I found myself some 16 gauge in the vendor. That's not too bad. There we go. That's not bad at all. I think you can make your own ammo. Oh, but is it only for it might only be for that might only be for Hardcore Iron Man, because you can't buy ammo. Makeshift chainsaw, makeshift rifle. Makeshift rifle, I could make that. I need to be level 10 to equip that. Ugh. Alright then. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and or I can make that thing, I guess. We'll see. Anyways, I'll catch you in a bit. I'm gonna go out in the inner city, play around with this Highlander. Alright, I'm out here, and I definitely feel faster. Definitely feel pretty strong with a shotgun. Blasting things with one shot. But I do feel like a sitting duck most times. I mean, that reload is not a nice reload. But it is, I guess, alright. So, yeah, it definitely will do for now. I'm going to have a look around. Actually, of course, I did get the mission. So let's have a look and see what I can do. Oh, it's south. Alright. I'm going to have to... I'm going to have to reroute where I was going. Alright then. Well, I'll see you in a bit. I'm going to get to the mission area and let you know if anything fun happens on the way. So I was just wandering around this block and stumble upon a bandit. Or an exiled survivor in this case. I'm not exactly sure if I want to waste all of my shells on him. I feel like just going ahead and stabbing him, to be honest, just makes it a little bit more, you know, I guess it makes it less boring that I'm just, you know, I'm constantly hitting him instead of, you know, pissing around with a shotgun and having to wait for its reload. All the damage is incredibly good. The amount of pellets as well is going to make this thing actually probably a little bit faster than just straight up stabbing the guy. Actually, maybe not. Maybe not. I'll just go ahead and just stab him to death. Stabby, stabby, stabby. Dodged one of my shells, but luckily the other one got him. Luckily the other one got him. Let's see what we get. Good. It's only mastercrafted in agility, but it'll be fine. I don't mind that. That is a good loot. That is a good loot. Considering that the sort of loots around here are not that amazing, I think that is a good return. That is a very good return. Alright then. Well, I'm literally a block above the mission area. If I go ahead and... Oh, green trousers. Show you there. It literally is just a block below where I am. So I'm just going to go ahead there right now, and I'll see whatever I can do with that mission. Alright then. Alright then. It seems I only need to find one of the medical supplies, which makes this incredibly easy. And there's plenty of trucks to loot, so this should take me literally 5 seconds from now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, probably not even that. And there we go. That's your medical supplies. I guess we could find another medical supplies and then stick that in the collection book for just fun, you know. Yeah. Could do that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That is, well, I guess we're going to be looking at. I have lots of experience points, and there's also a bunch of, you know, there's a bunch of challenges, although some of them are glitched. I might get like a weapon or something that, you know... A lot of people have been reporting they're having problems with the help bot today. They've been getting like 10 lots of the same weapon from the help bot, and it's just like overflowing them with, you know, with stuff to the point where the developers have had to change the scrap price of that weapon to $1 only. I'm hoping that's been patched now. Hopefully that is no longer the case and not going to be swarmed with a whole bunch of messages saying you completed this one challenge. There is the bandit there again. You know what? I'm going to go and give him another visit. I'm going to go for stabby, stabby, stabby again. I'm with a baseball bat. That's not too bad. Alright. Time for a fast forward, shall we? And there he goes again. I've really got to consider upping my critical hit chance because it's doo-doo. And I just realized that I've got pretty bad health, so I'm going to heal myself up, and I'm going to get back to the outpost and see what I get. I should probably be about level like 15 now or some shit. I don't know. Alright, maybe not level 15 or whatever I thought it was, but still. Level 12 gives me a decent amount of points to spend. I think what is worthwhile is putting maybe 20 points into that and then 15 points into something else. Maybe I could put them into shotgun or machine gun, I'm not sure. You know what, machine gun, I'll do it. Even though maybe I'll do like submachine guns to sort of not let the ammunition clash with each other. And I'll probably make sure to have 2 different weapons of sort of different types. But rifle and machine gun, I'm going to go with that. Why is that? Why is that text a little bit strange? Did you see that? I don't know why. I'm going to go ahead and put 10 points into that, and then 25 points into critical. Definitely need critical right now, and then my rifle shots will be much more powerful. I have completed the mission. I have got additional medical supplies with me, so I'm going to go ahead and just shove that into the collection book and keep that there. So right now we have got 2 challenges done, it seems. we've got Dog Frontier and Cookie Collection. Dog Frontier is just a generic, challenge. Gives you 12,000 though, so it's and 25k. That'll help me a lot with what I need to find. And then Cookie Collection gives you this Easter 2026 cookie. You just get it after completing a mission, and it's essentially just an ultra boost for 30 minutes. I'm gonna save this in my storage. I'm not gonna use it now. I've just realized that I can just go ahead and accept it from the trade screen. Alright, well then, storage. Put that in there. Alright then. I'm going to do a little bit of configuration with my thing. I'm not going to go to Dog Stockade yet. I'm going to stay here for a while, actually, you know what? And just have a little look around here to find more resources and stuff like that. I'll give you a little update on what I'm going to change my cat to in a bit. Okay, I spent the last of my cash, but I've gotten some upgrades. I've got a Glacial Warfare. I was able to find one relatively cheap, and I also got a Gram M11 because the ammo for that is incredibly cheap. So I thought, you know, it's probably wise to go with something that I don't need a lot of money to maintain. So with Glacial Warfare, I've also boosted my critical hit chance to 34% with the I was lucky to find one of these weapons mastercrafted that gives me 2 extra critical hit alongside 4 with a 50 overall critical hit. So I get 34% critical chance with this, and then I get 51 critical chance with this. So really nice. Critical damage, does it say where that is? How much per hit? It's essentially double damage per hit. So it's no, it's not. No, it's 5 times. It's 5 times. It's probably going to be close to 20 then. In terms of this, this will be really like 100 damage per hit will kill most things in one hit. So yeah, I'm gonna have a little fun, play around in the inner city, and see what I can find. Just see what I can see and explore. So essentially, the Glacial Warfare is literally just one-hitting anything, even if it's not a critical hit, which is yeah, really nice. Critical hit should be off now. It's a pattern for critical. Yeah, it's like a pattern. So if you have 30%, you'll do like 3 critical hits in 10 shots, essentially. So it's a pattern. Yeah, I initially wasn't gonna find a rifle that uses 7.5mm ammunition, but I couldn't find 5.5 rifle that actually was reasonably priced. And I looked at the makeshift rifle as well, and that was 7.5 ammunition as well. So I thought, oh, well, there doesn't seem to be any point in me going ahead and making one of those. I may as well just buy it, especially considering wooden planks are really expensive right now. So I thought ahead and just went with one of these. The Gram, though? I don't remember the Gram having its own model. That's interesting. Yeah, doing pretty good, actually. 18.75 damage on crit. That is good. That is a good damage. Obviously, I haven't got enough points to master this, but it's only 25 points off, so it's not going to be doing too terribly, is it? And the damage doesn't make any difference when you're using it anyway. I was able to look for different rifles, and I did find, I think it's called an FMC, and that uses 5.5 ammo, but it said that I have to be level 15 to equip that. And I didn't really want to wait for another bunch of levels to equip something. So, yeah, I just went ahead and said, screw it, I'm gonna buy what I can buy. And just use 7.5s. Even though they're incredibly expensive, I was able to find one relatively cheap for 6,000. It's like half of a box of 7.5s. Certainly beats buying 16 gauge. This is doing really good work of the infected. It is doing a really, really good job. So yeah, I'm enjoying both these weapons so far, fortunately. So they were good purchases. The only downside I would say is this Gram doesn't have a very... Oh, hello. This Gram does not have a very good ammo capacity. It just runs out very quickly. I am going to very quickly just hop into this basketball. Is it basketball or tennis court? Basketball, right? Yeah, it should be. Yeah, I'm going to have a little play around with this thing, trying to take these guys down. So I'm going to speed this up, and I'll show you what I get. I've just realised I'm getting a shit ton of XP from this. Like, see how fast my XP is going? I'm getting like 2,000 at update, which is ridiculous. 4,000 at update. Crazy. Well, I must say, maybe after this I'll get 100k of XP to bank in. Who knows? I might do. All right. Gotta speed this up again. There's one down. I don't remember these being so tanky as they are now. I remember these going down pretty easily, but it seems that they've buffed their health, and they're much more difficult to take down now. But I mean, I guess not difficult, but I suppose they're just much more tedious because they have so much health. Oh damn, I'm out of bullets. Well, at least I have my pen knife. Actually, Glacial Warfare will do it. Damn, that had a had a good run. Fortunately, gotta get more ammo for it now. You can't find ammunition around here. You have .38. At least I don't think so, unless they've changed it. And there we go. That's the second one down. And I'll find an Easter egg 2026. I don't know what you can get from these. I will find out now. Soon-ish. Can I get hit? No. Alright then. Well, I'm gonna sit here and just whack this thing for I don't know how long I'll spend doing this, but maybe until I get bored or well, the experience points gain is really, really good from this. I did say that I was gonna get like 100k XP at the end of it. Well, I've got way more than that. I've got nearly well, now I've got nearly 140k. And maybe I can get closer to 200k by the end of it, and that will give me a whole lot of levels to start investing points in, and maybe then I'll go to dogs. I don't know. I'll have to consider all that. A little funny memory that I have of hitting this egghead through the fence. Oh gosh, when I was much younger playing this game, I think it was like back in 2014. I was probably like 13 or something. I was using this sort of like sort of fence trick on one of the eggheads for the event when I was in Dog Stockade. I think back then we used you could get the riot helmet from the eggheads, and I thought that was going to be like a really expensive item. I don't think it turned out to be, but I don't know whether or not the price is still very high now because it's such an old event. I went ahead and found one of these eggheads, and this was back in the days where boss mats weren't a thing, and that you couldn't really find a boss unless you were really lucky and you came across one. Well, I was able to come across an egghead, and I wasn't very well equipped to deal with it. But I didn't want to run away and get ammo or do anything of the sorts to sort of like prepare myself for the fight, because I was afraid of losing it and not knowing where it was. So I wanted to sort of like hold on to this opportunity. I went ahead and used whatever weapon I had, whatever it was. It could be a pet. It could have been a pen knife, or it could have been just a simple baseball bat or something like that. And I was spending so long to take down this egghead. It took me ages. I think because it was doing so low damage, it just wasn't, you know, going down very quickly, like similar to what I'm doing here. And I was spending so long to try and get this Easter egg, and I thought, oh my god, I'm actually going to get like something really cool out of this Easter egg. Maybe I can get the riot helmet, which is really cool. And there's another guy that's sitting right by me, watching me do this. He's not helping. He's literally just watching me do this. And I have absolutely no ammunition. I'm just whacking it down, and he's just watching while I do it. He's not joining in. He's literally just behind me, watching me do this. And I'm getting it to low health, and it dies. But then I do not realize that eggheads explode when you kill them. And of course, again, this was back in the day where if you killed something with melee, it wouldn't explode. Well, it would explode, no matter what you did. And the egghead, well, went up and exploded, and my health was too low, and from the explosion, I died. And I was so furious. I was so furious. Oh my god. And with the sort of last few seconds I have before the screen fades to black, you can see the guy literally go around the fence to try and loot it. Literally just taking the egghead loot, and I'm just let there with nothing, just did all the heavy work for him. Oh my god, I was so furious. I literally did not play the game for a while after that, like a good while, like a couple of months. I just did not want to I did not want to touch the game again. I really did not want to. But oh my gosh, that was kind of like kind of a moment. Yeah, this game, I don't want to spend more time with it. And then I didn't come back until like what, like August of that year or something, when a new account started over again. I don't even know. But yeah, that was a funny story of when I was trying to kill one of the eggheads when it was you know, really classic event now. I guess you could call it a classic event. Yeah, it was 12 years ago. It was classic. And we're almost ready to take down this egghead. Of course, I'm not going to get any loot from it. It might pop up with a loot, and it'll just yeah. I was about to say it might pop up with a loot and then just say, you know, nothing was found, which is sometimes what happens. All right, I didn't get anywhere near as much experience points as I did. As I thought I was going to get. I ended up getting 126,000. Still a very good amount of XP. I'm not gonna, you know, say that's, you know, it definitely is worth my time. Definitely is worth my time. Yeah. Yeah, that I definitely need more ammunition for that Gram M11. That was actually, you know what is a good idea? I'm gonna go inside this school, and I am going to loot, and I'm gonna look around and see if I am lucky enough to have an Easter egg lootable spawn whilst I'm looting, and I'll let you know if anything happens. Alright, I've literally just searched through this entire school and I found nothing. Yeah, nothing popped up, nothing was, nothing really interesting that I could find. I did find a few weapons, bits of scrap. Found a bobble hat, which is interesting. That was also colored green. I don't know why I'm finding everything in just green today. Green trousers, green armor, green, just green. Green, all sorts of green. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna take that. I'm just gonna go ahead and go to my inventory and just get rid of, something. I don't even know what I want to get rid of. I found a white t-shirt that I don't think, actually, no, maybe it has, yeah, maybe it has a price to it, I don't know. Why is everything so expensive? Why are pen knives 44k? 44k Space Marines. Actually, I can just wear the bubble hat. That's fine. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm just the green man, I guess. Yeah, I'm not gonna take that. All right, I'm gonna head home to the outpost. I've got 100k worth of 1k worth of cash. I've got nearly 170k worth of XP. That actually might be people buy dog biscuits because of the thing, the challenges. Yeah, probably want to get rid of that, I guess. All right then. All right then, I'll take it. Yeah. Probably might also want to invest in a hip pouch or something like that, or a sort of backpack that allows me to carry more. But I don't know. It's not exactly on the forefront of my mind. Definitely want to just go ahead and focus on improving my weapons, improving my loadout, so and so. Maybe they've changed it that they the drops don't spawn in early levels anymore. I don't know. It used to. I definitely know it used to, at least. So I know that it probably is, you know, can happen. But you know, it really just depends on whether or not it's been changed or not. And it might have. I don't know. I haven't been around that recently to sort of understand. Oh, outpost attack. Hey, outpost attack. I think there is one at least. Yeah, otherwise there wouldn't be all these people running at me. I think I have about a few minutes left of this outpost attack. I could... Actually, you know what? Should I leave this outpost? Yeah, I think I will. Because I just don't think I'll get that much experience points from it. You know? Just one of those things. At least I could round off my... thing, maybe. My experience to get a nice, well-rounded... 170. There we go. That should do it. I think so. Oh yeah, just about did it. Alright. Level 20. Level 20. I'm going to maximize my agility, because why not? Give myself 5 more critical hits. I also want to put probably about 10 into survival. That might seem a little bit stupid, but I want to... I'm pretty sure survival also... one, it boosts the amount of food you can have at one point, so you starve less. And 2, it improves your sneak. No, you know what? No, that's not essential right now. That's not essential right now. I'm going to put it into strength because that allow me to go ahead and just, you know, get to the higher strength machine guns. And then I'm probably going to put the rest into endurance. And then this, I'll make it 50 rifle and dump the rest into machine gun. Get 45 machine gun, so I'm master the both the weapons I have. All right, cool. All right, so we got ourselves a few things. We got a white T-shirt. I'm probably gonna sell that. This I'll also sell because people buy that for challenges and stuff. This stuff I'm gonna go ahead and scrap. I don't really know what I want to do with the metal scrap. Should I dismantle it? I don't think I have any sort of... Actually, can I go ahead and craft like something from this? Because there's rifles that you can craft, but they no, it requires the MSG9. So it doesn't. It's not that it requires a Highlander, because these are special rifles that you can craft. But yeah, reduces noise by 50%. Might actually have a look into that. Okay, got rid of the stuff that I don't need. Got about nearly 9k worth of goods there. So I'm gonna buy some more .38s. I'm gonna go ahead and just go to Dog Stockade because I think that's just a good idea right now. But before we do that, we've got some Easter eggs to open. We've got the chance of getting Easter implant, Easter candy, Easter eggs, and the Fresher set. I'm going to open both of them. I'm not going to set up them. I'm going to open both of them and see what I can get. First one, I got some Easter candy. All right, cool. That might be good for outpost attacks and stuff. Or I could just scrap it right now. I could do that. Gives myself 15k. And the second one, Easter implant. Yeah, I definitely don't want that. That is going and getting scrapped. It looks like I've also got the Brawler implant now, because I've got the second implant slot. So I've got 10 incoming damage reduction, which is nice to have. Not the best implant, but it's nice to have. And Easter candy, yeah, that is. I'm debating whether or not to scrap that right now. You know what? I'm gonna scrap it. I think the money is worth more than the boost. Definitely for right now, I suppose. Maybe later on down the line when I'm trying to get more experience points, it might be more important. But for right now, no. All right then. I'm gonna do some purchases, some selling, and I'll get myself ready to go for Dog Stockade. All right. I was on my way up to Dog Stockade, and I just found a bandit on the way there. So I thought, you know, that might be worth going ahead and just doing. I'm not sure if I want to do the trick where I leave and come back, and then leave and come back, and leave and come back, and do the thing over and over and over again. Yeah, I'm thinking I don't want to do that. I'm instead wanting to just go ahead and just take him out. See what I can find. Perhaps it'll be much quicker that I have to, that I have this submachine gun. Probably don't even need to speed up the video, but well, see. Actually, you know what? No, I don't need to speed up the video at all. It's gonna be very, very quick for me to get this guy. Does a hell of a lot of damage, this gun. Actually. All right, let's see what we get. Whew. Not bad, not bad. Armor is pretty expensive. around the marketplace at the moment. It is just not easy to find, you know, a reasonable price on lower tier weapons at the moment. Lower tier weapons and armor are just really expensive, and you know, I guess that's because not a lot of people loot them, and it's just the sake of, you know, going ahead and just leaving the prices to sort of inflate until, because there's no supply. Right now, I'm at the outskirts of the. Oh, you can use your mouse to drag. That's pretty cool. I'm on the outskirts of the greens. Oh, so I just read the map. An egghead shows up, and I'm like, okay, cool. Right. I'm gonna go ahead and take these out. It's probably gonna take another long while again, but I have much more ammo for my ground now. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do this. Ooh, ow. That didn't go well. At the end, it didn't. Okay. Do I really want to stay around and fight another one? Because they spawn an additional one on top of what I fight. I don't know. Should I just go up? I'm thinking whether or not I just want to, you know, head up there, because I don't know whether or not I want to play this game too long today. I've already spent quite a decent amount of time playing it today, and I don't know whether or not. Yeah, I want to head up. All right. Well, that was pretty interesting. That gives me some more eggs to open, and it will also give me a hell of a lot more experience points. I'd say at this amount of time, I'd probably be if it takes 36 experience points to level up, 36k experience points to level up. We're talking about maybe a 2 to 4,000 increase per level on what is required. So I'd say maybe it'll be around 200k, maybe a bit more actually. Before I, yeah, 250k, probably something like that. Oh, okay. I've never found one of these. That's pretty cool. I found a guitar. I don't know. That should be one of those things that you can scrap, and it's a valuable item. I'm probably not going to scrap it, and instead what I'll do is I'll put it in the collection box. And as well as that, I've got some different infected around here, and I've got to take down quite slightly stronger infected, but it's only slightly stronger, it's not that stronger. It does get quite a bit different when you go into the yellow zone, which is where Dog Stockade is. Or maybe they've probably changed the zoning of the, because if I open the map and give you a little, you know, peek of what's there in the map, as much as huge, it shows that Fort Pastor, Precinct 13, and, well, just Fort Pastor and Precinct 13 are in the orange zone, but they're actually, I think they've actually been changed to be in the yellow zone. I'm not sure. I think that might have been patched. I'm not exactly certain. But for when I was playing on this game on lower level accounts, whenever I go into either those two outposts, the wrong zombies were spawning. They were still spawning Reapers and stuff and other things, and like yellow zone zombies, and I thought, like, okay, has the zone been pushed further down a bit? And it looked like it has, and that's been the case since Raven Ridge came out. So yeah, I don't know. That might be patched now, but I think yeah, from what I remember, it might have been rectified, and now the right zombies are spawning in the actual outpost block. We'll have to see. We'll have to double check when I get to those outposts and when I get to this one. So yeah, I'm gonna make my way to Dog Stockade. Gonna continue looting while I'm there. Well, on the way there, and hopefully I find something interesting. Maybe an egg will spawn, and I can loot that and get some good, weapon from it or whatever it may be. Yeah, really hoping for something that'll boost my sort of monetary sort of thing, as well as the eggs that I found. It's going to do me a lot of good. I think from the amount of experience points that I got from the eggheads, I think I have about enough experience to get to level 24, maybe. Oh. Did you see that? My experience points went from... Okay, I must have done one of the challenges. Okay, so I... Okay, change of thing then. So I probably am level 26, maybe 27. That'll probably be the level I get to when I get to Dog Stockade. I definitely don't think it's worth 10 levels, but it's... have I gone up at the wrong time? I've got to... Oh, no, this will work. So I've got to go across, and then right, and then I'm there. All right then. Well, I'll see you all at Dog Stockade. Hopefully, hopefully I get to the levels that I need, and we'll also do the mission there because you'll get given the mission at Dog Stockade. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. Oh, literally just ran into a horde as soon as I stopped recording. So nice little thing to do. Cluster of infected just to deal with. Damn, the capacity is so irritating. I think when I go to Dog Stockade, I'll upgrade this Gram. Although it's been really fun to use, I actually can't say the same for the Glacial Warfare. I just found that a little bit boring, and that's definitely because of the critical chance not being as good. Yeah, I think I definitely want something a bit more punch. You know what is a good idea? I could get myself an M4. That would be really good because although it's requires much more mastery to sort out, I could go ahead, put my points into machine gun, and then from machine gun I can get the M4. It'll be a bit expensive. I'm hoping I have enough to pay for it. Yeah, we'll have to see how much I have and if it's a viable, financially viable option or not. I'm thinking it might be. So I'm probably most likely, once I get there, scrounge up enough funds to get myself a M4. I'm literally just outside Dog Stockade now. It won't take me long until I'm there. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just cut off recording again, and maybe I won't run into another boss. We'll see. Alright, see you in a bit. Okay, we've made it to Dog Stockade, and we've got ourselves some points. Let's have a look. So we've got 30 each. We've already maxed out agility, so no point in doing that. I'm going to put 5 more points in endurance, and I don't know how much strength the M4 requires. I think it requires, I think it requires 30, but I want to be just safe, so I'm going to put strength to 50. It might be unwise to do that, but yeah, that sorts out sort of the stats that I want to put my things at for now. Endurance, I want to leave alone. I probably want to put critical. 79 is the amount that you need to have 80% critical hit chance, which is the best ones you can get. I'm at the stage now where if I have mastercrafted items, so 8, 16, 24, 24 on top of 15, 5 is 79, which is the amount you need. But sometimes it's not that easy to get that amount just by getting like the mastercrafted stuff, because you've got to keep rolling for 8 critical hit on each weapon, so it's a bit tedious. I'm going to up that to 60 just so it's easier, but I will not change that critical hit thing again for a while. And I'd probably say maybe put a couple of points into reloading over the course of next couple of levels so it's not as horrible. And rifle I'll leave the same, and I'll put machine gun up to 75, and that would be a good amount. Big Brother mission. Yeah, that's probably the best one you can get, the best Dog Stockade mission. I know they're on a cycle, but it's the best mission you can that is available here. I've got Go Far and Wide and Looter Complete. Those are just loot anything. I can get 2 cooked mixed nuts, and then Go Far and Wide gives me 26 experience points with 11k. So that's some more stuff there. You can't do Burn Boys because the flaming infected are not spawning at the moment because it's Easter. I need to complete 3 missions to get the Hop Shot. That's the rifle. Okay, so that'd be pretty cool to have. Definitely better than any other rifle I can get. Probably go ahead and try and aim for that tomorrow, so I get myself the other mission done here at Dog Stockade, and then I can either do one later tonight. No, I won't. I don't think I have time. I could do one tomorrow, and then I can go to Fort Pastor or Precinct 13, whichever one I prefer. Probably Fort Pastor, and then get myself the Hop Shot by doing the other mission. So, yeah. Personalized stats. Yeah, really nice. Really, really nice. Death Row Infected, that's not going to be, possible for right now. XR1 Pulse Rifle, that is going to take a long time. Bunny Backpack, that is going to take much longer. The movement's nice, though. Easter Machine Gun is, yeah, that will take a long, long time. But we've got the entire month to do it, so we'll see. We'll see what we can do. I'm going to check on the marketplace and see how much an M4 costs. I just pressed the wrong thing. Yeah, this is a... Yeah, I'm going to put this in the collection book. Marketplace, M4. Okay, 26k, 90 machine gun skill to master, 5.5s. Great. Yeah, I'll go ahead and get that. We've got item for item, view trade. I'm going to accept both of these without doing the whole thing. Collection box. Collect all items. Cooked mixed nuts. I'll keep those with me. Maybe I'll find them useful. In terms of the yard, I'm going to scrap the green sports armor, and I'm going to wear the white Xylon vest. Slightly better, but still pretty bad. Getting rid of all this, I'm going to put this in the collection book. This is something else I found. A whole bunch of other items that I just do not need. I'm going to scrap the 16 gauge, even though they're kind of expensive, because I just don't bother. I just don't feel like selling a bunch of stuff right now. Easter egg number 1 and 2. So number 1, Thrasher shirt. It gives you gloves at least, but I thought it was going to be something really, really boring. Yeah, I'm going to sell the white vest. It seems to be very expensive. And Easter egg number 2. Yeah, that is also something I'm going to be getting rid of. Or I could... I mean, it looks cool. Do I think it's worthwhile keeping instead of scrapping for 50k? I'll hold on to it. I'll hold on to it for now. And then I'll make a decision whether or not I want to scrap that later on down the line. I'm going to sell this for... Does it really cost 40k? No way it costs 40k for that. Whoa, okay. Maybe it does. Yeah. I'm selling a few things at the moment. They're not selling, but I'm hoping at one point maybe I'll get the funds for that. I'm going to put this in the collection book because it's interesting. It's a collectible item as well, so yeah. And the vendor. The vendor's something else I want to look at as well. There's a Gram 11 again, MP5, M16, Uzi, Lock 9, Henry Field, and there's also 5.5s. Limited to one on purchasing. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get myself the 5.5s. And then from there, I'm going to get rid of the Gram. Even though it's helped me out quite a bit, I'm going to get rid of the Gram. There we go. Bye-bye. I'm going to go on the marketplace. Is there a good master-crafted M4? 886 for 60k. That is pretty good. That's not bad. Do I have another 30k in my bank? I do. Do I want to spend that? The thing is, I'm probably going to find something better anyway, further down the line. And I think, yeah, I don't think I'll be able to, I don't think I'll be able to do it. It's going to take me a long time to get that amount of money, recuperate that amount of money. And yeah, I'm going to have another stack of 5.5s that are transferable. How much were they again for a full stack? Sounds like a ridiculous amount of money. It's still very pricey, but yeah, go on then, I'll take that. Alright then. Okay. And I need to do it before I forget. I need to go ahead and repair my armor, otherwise I'm literally going to go out naked, and that is not a good idea. Yeah, go on then. And then I'm going to put my thing away. Okay. Right then. I'm going to go out and do the mission. I've soloed the Titan a few times before with other accounts over the years, and it's a pretty fun mission to do. So I'll see you there when I'm at the Big Brother mission. I'm liking the M4 so far. It's just the lack of critical hit is a bit annoying, but it's okay. I like the gloves that I've got with this new thing. It's pretty cool. All right then, here I go. I'm gonna do the mission. There's a court over there, but I'm not gonna use it. I literally am just gonna go around it. I mean, I've got 20% speed boost with max agility. I don't think... Actually, 30% speed boost with the implant as well. So, yeah. Very fast. Alright, let's do it. Ooh, it might take a little bit longer than I thought. Because it's only doing 11 damage per hit. And, this is quite tanky, so... maybe not a long while, because it's, well, it's now down to less than quarter of its health. No, it has. I've done quarter of its health already, so yeah, I think possibly I can get this done within, I don't know, 2.5 minutes, maybe less actually, probably less. Whew. Well, I've also got another level up, so that's going to help me out. I'm not sure how much the experience points the mission gives. I actually did not check. It's probably just going to give me like 20k or something. But yeah, early levels, challenges rule, missions drool, kinda. Challenges just seem to give you more in the early stages. And the late stages too, but the missions in the late stages, they give you a lot of experience points each. And doing them is just, you know, it's going to make your character level up a lot more. And there we go. That is the end of Dog's Brother. He's going to drop a key. There we go. That is the end of that. I might have a little look around Dog Stockade just to see if there's anything of interest. Now, while I'm here, I don't know how long I want to spend in this place. I definitely want to go to Fort Pastor when I reach at least level 40, I suppose. I don't know. It depends how sustainable it is here. I feel that it might be a bit. Obviously, it's going to be a bit more sustainable than the holdout, but I don't know. I want to also find some bandits, take them out, and because you can get ooh, Mesa ACR, interesting. I want to, you know, take out those bandits because they are stronger. They give you more experience points. And there are 2 of them, so yeah, they're well worth doing. It is on the hour in my time actually, so I could find some more bosses around. I'm not using the boss map. I'm going to play this literally as like how you'd play it, just without any additional sort of tools. I know you use scripts on the browser, but that's just to sort of help me out, just to find the prices quicker instead of having to search it up each and every individual time, which is annoying. Just, you know, I like the sort of the mysterious sort of, you know, wandering, just not knowing when you're going to come across a boss or something. So yeah, found a Luger. That's interesting. So I've got a few weapons there that are pretty cool. My only concern at the moment is like with sustainability in terms of getting ammo and stuff like that. Ammo is going to be quite expensive, especially if I'm going to maintain this M4. So I'm hoping that I can get as much as I can each loot run, like at least like 10k or something, so I can get funds from the rifles. There's always the vendor though. There's always the vendor, and because I'm leveling up a decent amount of times, yeah, I'm doing rather well so far. So yeah, maybe we can stop this episode when I get level 28 or something. I don't know. Depends whether or not I can find a boss. Definitely depends whether or not I can find a boss. Alright, well, I'm going to have a little look around and see if I can find something, and see if I'll be able to get some more experience, get like a level or 2 maybe. I'd really like to find a bandit. That would be really sort of what I want. But if we can't find one, then that's okay. You know, as long as I have the you know, have the experience from the mission, that should be fine to get the 1 level at least. but I'm hoping maybe I could get a second level if the mission just does not give me enough, which I'm concerned it might. It might not do. All right then. I'll see you guys in a bit. Little interesting loot I found. I found a desert camo flak jacket, a nice little piece of armor that I could wear further down the line when I need it. So yeah, that's a pretty good thing to find. Okay, looks like I'm fortunate enough to get myself 2 levels. 10 points. I'm going to invest them all in machine gun, and I'll invest them all into reloading as well. And there we go. That is the end of that mission. We've got ourselves a decent amount of money from that. We've also got a lot of weapons. We found a Colt Python. A lot of these weapons on the market are actually worth a lot. Yeah, and I don't think they're worth probably selling. But it might be better just to sort of, discard them and get a decent price anyway. So that's the Luger, the Mesa ACR. I'm going to keep the flak jacket, get rid of this. Yeah. Same amount of damage as auction, just gives more, oh, come on, metal scrap. Which one's more expensive? This one. You know what? I'll get rid of this. Yeah. I'll get rid of that because it's because these are expensive because they give cloth scrap. I think so. I think uncommon cloth scrap and the normal cloth scrap are really hard to find for a lot of people because they just don't search in the areas that give you that. The Colt Python, Lock 19, and the nail bat. I'll actually you can actually just discard it. What's it called? Dismantle. That's it. So we get ourselves nails. Nails are worth a lot right now. Wooden planks are worth a lot right now. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and sell those. We got 25k, so that's a really good return. So that 5.5 sort of maintaining that M4 is actually going to be looks like it's going to be viable. Wooden planks, 13k, so that's good. And we've got nails at probably around the same price, right? A little cheaper. I'll sell them at 10k. And that's pretty much it. So at the end of all that, we've got ourselves machine gun level 85. We need 5 more points of that to master our M4, but we've essentially done more than enough to sort of master that, I guess. Also, check the vendor before I leave. Yellow wood armor. Yellow sports armor. Fire axe. HK69. Yeah, just sort of like, other things I don't really need. The thing hasn't refreshed for ammo, so that's a bit annoying. And right now, our bank sits at about 60k almost, so that's not terrible. And we've also sold some of our items, including our beer that's been sitting around in the marketplace for a while. So yeah, we're at 60k. So we've done a lot of stuff this episode. And we went and got quite a few upgrades. We know what our build's going to be like. The Easter event hasn't given us any sort of like lootable drops yet, but we have done some of the bosses, so on and so forth. And yeah, at the moment we seem to be getting on track. I'm hoping for this non-GM Road to Glory. I don't know whether or not I want to get as high as max level. I think that'd be ridiculous, but I have a feeling that perhaps maybe it could be doable to get to 220 without GM. Maybe 325, we'll have to see. But definitely want to get at least 220 with this account. And I feel that probably with the Easter event, I could probably do that within probably the end of that this month, maybe. It depends really on how much funds I get, how much how good my loot is, how rewarding the missions are, because the things that in this game are much more rewarding than they used to be. So the time scale to hit 220 is much different than it was, and I think it'd be cool to rock a few dusk weapons and stuff like that, even though they're kind of obsolete at this current point in time. All right then. Well, yeah. I'll see you guys around for the second episode of Non GM to Glory. Take care.